Hi guys, it's Emily, and today I'm here to bring you what will probably be a Saturday Reads. It's Friday night right now, and I meant to film this right when I got home so I'd still be in my nice work clothes, but I ended up being too hungry, and so I just ate dinner and changed clothes, and now I'm ready to talk about the books that I read this week. I read 3 books this week. Well, okay, I should say I finished 2 books this week, and I'm almost done with the third, and I'm just going to count it as being done and include it in this Friday Reads, because I'm sick and tired of it, and I'm ready to move on with my life. But anyway, let's just get right into it. The first book I finished was Victoria by Daisy Goodwin. This is basically a novelization of the PBS masterpiece show Victoria, specifically season 1. It starts out with Victoria learning that she's queen and goes all the way up to her engagement to Prince Albert, which is basically the timeline of season 1. This was fine. I read this at work on the computer, but of course you can see that I also have a physical copy. I have this bookmark in here because there's actually a page ripped out of this book, and I think I'm going to put a post-it note in this right here where this tear is, so that whoever gets it next, I'm probably going to put it in a little free library. Whoever gets it next can know in advance that there's a torn out page. Anyway, so this was just your standard historical fiction book. It wasn't spectacular, just a normal good way to pass time at work when it's really slow. I also read a little bit of it last weekend when I was bored and didn't really want to read my nonfiction book, so I just picked this up anyway. I wouldn't recommend this unless you're really loving the show Victoria, because as I said, it's an exact replica. So this was fine, but nothing spectacular. I then finished a professional development book teaching the new library, which was written by a big group of people. It was actually published in 1996, and I was more interested in getting some tips on teaching library classes because I'm going to start doing that at my work. This was more geared towards teaching library instruction classes in academic libraries, so it wasn't super helpful, but it was still interesting, and I did learn some things, and I'm glad that I got through it. And it was a really short book, only 171 pages. And this was another book that I read at work, but this one I read off the desk when I had, off desk time. But the other book that I did not finish, but I'm almost done with, is Florence by Carl Safara Anthony, and the subtitle of this is The First Lady, the Jazz Age, and the Death of America's Most Scandalous President. And as you can see, I'm almost done. I only have 4 chapters left, and I meant to get this done on the last day of May and not carry it into June, but it's just been kind of a slow read, and I was doing 2 chapters a day, but even that was getting to be too much, because some of the chapters are 30 pages long, and it's when you only have a limited amount of reading time, I don't know. My goal was to finish this weekend. Unfortunately, it's only been a 2-star book, and I don't think the ending's going to make it any better. So I wouldn't really recommend this to you unless you're really interested in Warren Harding or Florence Harding. But otherwise, I don't find their story that fascinating overall. And Warren, in particular, is just very dumb all the time, and you're just how can somebody so dumb be elected president? Well, okay, maybe I shouldn't say that because of current events, but whatever. It's too much detail. The subject is not interesting enough to warrant this big of a book. This is a 645-page book, and it's just oh, it's too much detail. And I'm at the part where Warren just died, and he spent 2 chapters talking about all the conspiracy theories about how he might have been poisoned and all that. And it's he wasn't poisoned. His doctor was just stupid, and he was too reliant on his doctor to get a second opinion. And it's just come on, there's no reason to spend 50 pages talking about various conspiracy theories about his death. So, overall, not enjoying this, and will be very glad to get this done this weekend and get it off my shelf. And I'm not going to put it in next Friday Reads. I'm just going to move on with my life. Yeah. Alright. So as for what I'm currently reading, I started The Secret Keeper by Kate Morton at work today as my workbook. book. Work was so slow today. Like, I read a bunch of pages today, which is ridiculous. But, oh well, I'm glad to be making a good start on it. In addition to that, for the next few weeks, I'll probably be reading these other 3 books that I have. I'll be reading my Jane Austen mystery for the month, which is Jane and the Prisoner of Wool House by Stephanie Barron. This is book number 6 in the Jane Austen mystery series. I also really want to read All the Money in the World by Laura Vanderkam. This is about, money and saving and budgeting and things like that. And as I mentioned before, I'm both personally interested in that, and for my work, I think it'll be very useful because I'm going to be doing a budgeting 101 program, hopefully next April. So I'm really looking forward to getting some insight into that for planning purposes. And then finally, I want to read Margaret Fuller by Megan Marshall. And Megan Marshall is a really great non-fiction writer. And Margaret Fuller is a person that I've heard a lot about in various other books on American transcendentalism, but I've never read much about her directly, so I'm really looking forward to picking this up. So this weekend, I'm going to finish Florence Harding. I also have a Texas Monthly that just came in the mail to read, so I want to get that done. I also have 2 movies I want to watch this weekend that I got on DVD from my library. So I think I'll probably start with the Jane book, but we'll see. Any of these 3 books can be my next read. And then, of course, I'll be working on The Secret Keeper. And I think work will pick up quite a bit next week because summer reading is starting. So I'm hoping, and also I've been assigned to my branch where I'm going to be full-time. So I think between those 2 things, work is going to pick up a lot more for me, which is really great. I'm really looking forward to being busy at work. And so I think I might have to get The Secret Keeper in a physical copy from the library, in addition to the ebook that I already have, and read it at home as well, which is totally fine. Like I said, I'm looking forward to having less time for reading at work, because I'm ready to do some really cool librarian stuff. So yeah, I'm excited. So I hope everybody has a great weekend, and that you're reading some great books, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!